You see mold in the shower, so you do what almost everybody does. You spray it, you wipe it, maybe scrub a little harder, and once it looks better, you move on. Then a few days later, it's back. Same spot, same frustration. If that keeps happening in your shower, the problem usually isn't that you're bad at cleaning. It's that you're cleaning the mold you can see, but not dealing with what's helping it come back. That's why this feels so frustrating. You did clean it, it looked better, so when it comes back in the same exact spot, it starts to feel like nothing worse. But when mold keeps coming back in one spot, in one seam, one corner, or one line, that's a clue. It usually means that one spot is staying damp longer than the rest of the shower. And that changes the whole problem. Because now this isn't just, how do I get rid of this black line? It's why does this exact spot keep giving mold a chance? That's the question that actually helps. A lot of people treat shower mold like a stain. They see the dark line, they spray it, wipe it, maybe scrub harder, and once it looks lighter, they assume it's handled. That makes sense at first because it does look like a stain. But recurring shower mold usually is not just a stain problem. It's a moisture problem that keeps showing up on the surface. So yes, you can wipe away the visible part, but if the seam or corner is still staying damp the same way it always does, the real problem is still there. It just looks better for a little while. That's the trap. The shower looks cleaner, so you think you solved it. But the spot that keeps helping mold come back never really changed. That's what I mean when I say this method could actually make it worse. Not because one wipe magically creates more mold. It makes it worse because it keeps you stuck in the same loop. You clean it, it looks better, the area stays damp, the mold comes back. And then you do the same thing again. So the real problem never gets broken. This is the part I really want you to picture. Not every part of your shower dries the same way. The middle of the wall may dry pretty fast, a bottom seam may not, a tight corner may not, a grout line may not, a caulk line may not, and mold does not need your whole shower to stay wet. It usually just needs one tiny area to stay damp often enough. That's why it keeps showing up in patterns. Same line, same corner, same edge. That spot is telling you something. So instead of only looking at the mold, start looking at the spot. Does water sit there? Does it stay wet after everything else looks dry? Is the caulk old, rough, cracked, or starting to fail? Is it one of those tight areas that never seem to dry out very well? Because the real issue isn't just the mold you see, it's that one part of the shower keeps staying favorable for it. So here's the fix. You have to do two things. You need to clean the mold thoroughly, and then you need to take away the spot's moisture advantage. If you only do the first part, you'll probably keep repeating the same cycle. So first, stop treating it like a quick wipe down. Focus on the exact problem area, the seam, the corner, the grout line, the caulk edge, the place it always comes back to first. Use your cleaner the way it's meant to be used. Let it sit long enough to actually work. A lot of people spray and wipe down almost instantly, then assumed the product failed when it never really had a chance. Then clean that exact area thoroughly. Not just the big area around it, the actual spot. After that, do the part most people skip over. Dry it. On purpose. Run the fan longer, leave the shower open, wipe the seam, corner, or ledge dry with a cloth. If that area is always the trouble spot, start treating that area differently after each shower. That part matters a lot more than people think. Because the real goal is not just to make the mold spot disappear today, the real goal is to stop giving that area the same damp conditions tomorrow. That is what actually breaks the cycle. Clean the spot, then change the spot. That's the shift. And there's one more important piece here. Sometimes this is no longer just a cleaning problem. If the caulk is cracked, separating, breaking down, or staying deep into the material, then you may be dealing with a repair issue. And that matters because sometimes people keep blaming themselves when the material is already failing. At that point, replacing the caulk or dealing with a deeper moisture problem may matter more than trying another cleaner. So if the shower mold keeps coming back in the same place, the issue usually isn't that you didn't care enough or scrub hard enough. It's that you cleaned it like a surface problem, when the real issue is the damp spot underneath it. Once you see it, this gets a lot less confusing. You stop chasing the black line, you start paying attention to the part of the shower that never fully dries. And that is usually what finally gets people out of this cycle. If you want the simplest version of all of this, it's this. You clean the mold you could see, but not the damp spot that kept giving it another chance. Now I made a video on the sticky film that's covering your kitchen, and that's what you should watch next.